REDA KHADRA has joined Sheffield United on a season-long loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. Hello, Blades, and welcome to the Sheff United Way. My name is Hal. Another signing to report on, which means you get me. REDA KHADRA has joined Sheffield United on a season-long loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. United can buy, but only if they are promoted, and he plays a certain number of games, which we won't reveal. United again have fought off rival competition and landed one of the club's main targets, a player who played so well against the Blades twice last season. So let's get into it. REDA KHADRA, to give him his full name. Who is he? Well, he's from Berlin, Germany. He could have chosen to represent Lebanon, the nation of his parents, but he opted for Germany and has played for their under-18 side. He's 21. His birthday was at the start of July. He is a midfielder. He's right-footed primarily, can use his left. He can also play across the midfield, enjoying the right or left-hand side of the middle, but has also operated centrally, which will probably be where we'll see him for Sheffield United. He's listed on several websites as being 5'8", and as we know, if you're a regular viewer, that's the perfect height for a man. So, congratulations. Welcome to the club. KHADRA came through the famed youth system at Borussia Dortmund, where he won both the under-17 and under-19 Bundesliga championships. He joined Brighton in 2020, played once for them in the Premier League, coming on in the 86th minute in a 1-0 away defeat to Manchester City. He actually got injured shortly after his debut for the Seagulls and was ruled out for the rest of that season. And you could ask the question, who knows what might have been with more opportunities, but it wasn't to be. And you could say this is to Sheffield United's benefit, as he was loaned for more experience to the Championship, and Brighton decided that they'll loan him again. And by that, of course, I'm talking about the fact he was first loaned last season to Blackburn Rovers. In total, he played 28 times. So he didn't play every game, but he scored 5. He assisted 4. His first goal for Rovers was actually against the Blades in that dire, wet, horrible 3-1 away defeat at Ewood Park on the 6th of November. The only good thing coming from that game was the Blades goal, which was something else. He scored his second goal for Rovers 3 weeks later, bagging the only goal of the game in a 1-0 away win at Stoke City. So what can I tell you about REDA KHADRA that you don't already know? He's a flair player. So as we know with flair players, they can sometimes be hit or miss. Tricks might not work. They can go missing. Some don't like it when the tough really get going. It can be overly physical, the game, particularly in this country. And maybe there'll be times when flair players don't like that. The general reviews I've seen from Blackburn Rovers fans, and I've read a lot, describe exactly that. On his day, he looks like a Galactico for prime Real Madrid. And you're thinking there's no way he should be playing in the Championship. Well, here's the yin to that yang. Off his day, he looks like he's conned Graham Souness into giving him 50 minutes. Always the gamble, but that also excites me. And I think with players, mercurial players, Blades fans, first of all, take them to our hearts. But, he'll have around him at Sheffield United some other players that will do some of that harder work for him at United. And, we won't see, I don't think, him have many of those off days because of the quality he'll have around him at Sheffield United, which I do think is higher than Blackburn Rovers. We've got other flair players as well who can also maybe pick up some of the slack, and those other enforcers to pick up even more slack if it's ever needed. And I'm not sure at United it will be. I think KHADRA will probably enjoy the environment so much. I think he's a good signing, one which we could look back on as saying, not a good signing, a great signing. Because let's look at his key attributes. I really only like focusing on the positive attributes. If you've watched me talk about new signings before, you'll know that. I prefer to let each fan judge players' faults for themselves. So let's look at what he's good at. He's superb at dribbling, got a nice first touch. As mentioned, he's a flair player, great vision. He is actually known for working hard off the ball. And whilst he doesn't always enjoy getting stuck in, he does offer a tremendous work rate. And you'll see him calling for the ball even when things aren't going his way. That's a characteristic I like from a creative player. When the chips are down, he'll still be wanting chips. He's quick, agile, runs at players, quite direct, can make good decisions with the ball, not a bad finisher either. He's just a dangerous player that slow defenders, and there's a few of them in the Championship, will hate coming up against. He's not great in the air. That's not a surprise. But the question could really be, where will he fit into Paul Heckingbottom's plans? Do you see him being a first teamer? Does that depend on who leaves? Will United have to change formation to accommodate him, or will he play centrally as one of the two behind one striker, as a second striker, which he enjoys, or even up top altogether? He has done that before, and the club, though, could work on nurturing that side of his game. You know, maybe Brighton would say that they'd like to see what he can do, you know, where he would feature is maybe something that has been discussed in the deal, like Pep Guardiola seems to have done with Tommy Doyle. Watch that video to find out where he'll play. Khadra could even drop deeper and play next to Norwood, for example. But, you know, even though he's done that kind of thing, I think that's unlikely. It's nice to have options in the forward line, and REDA will offer that. Brighton and Blackburn fans have told me he's best as a right midfielder, for what that's worth. I don't think there's going to be too many times when we'll see him play as an out-and-out right midfielder. In his entire professional career, he's played 102 games, scored 10, and has 17 assists. Khadra was really one at the Amex that I think they had high hopes for. Negotiations took a little while with Sheffield United and Brighton. Perhaps those were down to the fact that maybe the option to buy, maybe United would have liked a straight signing rather than just a loan. This will be a big season for him, regardless of any of those finer details. Let me know what you think to the signing of REDA KHADRA in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and up the blades.